If you're thinking about moving to North Ogden, Utah, there are some things some people don't find out until after they've moved here. I'm going to give you today in this video all the information, the good, the bad, and what it's like to live here in North Ogden, Utah. So let's dive into it. Hi, I'm Jaron. I help people move to North Ogden and Northern Utah all the time. If you're looking for some help here, reach out. I'd be glad to help you. So again, in this video, I'm going to be going over pros and cons, who should and should not live in North Ogden, Utah. Okay, pros. Outdoor recreation here in North Ogden is awesome. We've got access to beautiful mountains, the North Ogden Divide, which I'll show you right here. There it is. North Ogden Divide, right between those two peaks. There's a road going right up between those mountains to Pineview Reservoir, Nordic Valley Ski Resort, Powder Mountain Ski Resort. You can also access Snow Basin Ski Resort to the south, behind me there, behind those mountains. It's a little further away, but still only about 40-45 minutes to Snow Basin. Excellent outdoor recreation for the winter, like I said, for those three main ski resorts, as well as, I already mentioned, Pineview Reservoir. Great opportunities to go have fun at the lake with your family. Pineview has some great beaches to enjoy. Water skiing, wake surfing, paddle boarding, kayaking, canoeing. You can also hop up a little further if you don't want to mess with motorboats. You can go up to Causey Reservoir, higher elevation, beautiful mountains, hiking trails all around. Even a HOA community up there with cabins. Pretty exclusive up there though, but beautiful. Love Causey Reservoir as well for fishing. Causey can't have motorboats, like I said, so kayaking, paddle boarding, canoeing, it's fantastic up there at Causey. And then if you hop back down just north of Pineview Reservoir, we have North Fork Park, which has some really good mountain biking trails, as well as hikes. There's a waterfall up there. You can get up to Ben Lomond Peak. As you head up that way as well, there's a few trails that reach the peak. Beautiful hike, just awesome opportunities. There's also trails specifically meant for dirt bikes around in the area if you like dirt biking or doing the e-bike type dirt bikes as well. And then as we head out west, you can get to Antelope Island. Antelope Island is awesome. It has one of the few remaining buffalo herds, wild buffalo herds in the west. So it's pretty fun to go out there. There's a visitor center. So yeah, definitely check out. There's a historic site and farm out at Antelope Island as well. Great opportunities to get outside and just enjoy the scene here in Utah for the outdoors. I mean, again, just to give you an idea here, I'm going to pan over to these mountains again, just to give you an idea of how beautiful they are. This is what I get to look at out my windows and go out and enjoy every day. It never gets old. It's just beautiful. And again, we love skiing. I've taught my young kiddos to ski, my wife as well. We have a great time. Nordic Valley's super cheap for ski resorts. So, I mean, they have lift tickets as low as $15 for a day pass all day. During the week, usually weekends are a little more expensive, but still, I mean, you can get weekend tickets for 30 to 50 bucks for all day passes at Nordic. It is a smaller resort. It doesn't have as many lifts. They did just add a newer lift that is pretty nice, and it is a high-speed 6-person lift, very comfy seats on that one. So it's not too shabby, especially if you've got kids. They have a great bunny hill as well. Powder Mountain is actually one of the largest ski resorts by skiable acreage in the nation, I think. Snow Basin is the largest by acreage access with their lifts though. So Powder Mountain is the largest because if you heli-ski, then you know, access the resort by helicopter. You can access more acreage that way, but anyway. Great opportunities for outdoor recreation. All right. Also in Ogden area, in North Ogden area, we have safe, established neighborhoods. So, I mean, we're talking, we have new developments going in, we have older established homes, and I mean, I feel like North Ogden is one of the best kept secrets in Northern Utah. And I know my fellow North Ogden residents might not like me very much for telling the secret, but this place is fantastic. It's quiet, it's beautiful, you have quick access to outdoor recreation, so great schools. There's a lot of pros to living here, and again, we're talking established and safe neighborhoods in comparison. So definitely a good pro there. We have really good community events as well. North Ogden does, here coming up soon this summer, we have North Ogden Cherry Days. North Ogden Cherry Days is an excellent community event where the city hosts like a 4 or 5 day event for Independence Day, culminating in a massive firework display. They've brought the firefighters out and done a foam shoot where you go out and they just spray foam all over the place. You get to run through it and dive in it, and the kids just have a ball. There are also, they do big old slip and slides down the hills at the parks. They do, excuse me, they do a big old deal at the park with all sorts of booths and big old bounce castles and fun stuff like that. And then one city over in Pleasant View, we actually share the same zip code as Pleasant View. They do their Founders Day deal where they do a parade. They also have a salmon bake. They also have hot dogs for those that don't like fish, but the fish is excellent. A lot of times you think salmon, yuck, if you don't do it right, it's no good, but I don't know what they do to it, but it turns out really yummy. So if you like salmon, that's an awesome opportunity to go enjoy salmon and get to know your neighbors, and see what kind of community events and tight-knit people that you get to make friends with. They also do a car show right before the salmon bake, so a bunch of antique cars to go check out. It's super fun. So North Ogden, Pleasant View, just a great place to live. Okay, and then again, great schools. We are Weber School District here for public school, and then we also have quick access to a lot of charter schools. My brother-in-law went to Venture, and Venture has K through 12, awesome opportunity or awesome school there to send your kids, and Venture is just, I don't know, they teach really good values to the kids there at Venture High. I know my brother-in-law really appreciated it, and they had a really good community there for the kids. So it was awesome for him, and I know a lot of others that have gone there have really appreciated what Venture has to offer for the kids. Multiple other charter schools, and also here in the state, we have a very strong homeschool community, and there are multiple programs where you can get reimbursed for your homeschool expenses, which is really nice. So if you're looking to homeschool, you can get funds from the state for it. You do have to enroll your kid in a program, so technically they are enrolled in school. However, you have the freedom to homeschool them however you please, and you get reimbursed for your expenses. There are limitations, but it's awesome. Okay, and then North Ogden, we are a smaller town, but we do have good big city access. So you can get into downtown Ogden within 15 or so minutes, depending on where in North Ogden you're living. You decide to move. Downtown Ogden is great. 25th Street, historic 25th Street is super fun. Every Saturday morning they host a farmer's market where they have booths and local produce and all sorts of fun crafts and things that people make to sell there. Live music and an opportunity to go and get to know more people in the community. Oh, that's a great event we really enjoy going to, as well as Union Station Museum is right at the west end of historic 25th Street. And there's the Browning Gun Museum upstairs. Then they have the Train Museum downstairs. They have Antique Car Museum on the north end, and a Model Train Museum in the center. And then a historic train car and engine display on the south side with full-size engines, historic engines and train cars. The World War II hospital car there on the south end, I actually helped restore. So if you check out that museum and you find the hospital car, you can know that I helped work on that. Okay, cons. So these are some things, if this is not your jam, maybe you shouldn't move here. So North Ogden, we do have limited dining, limited shopping here. There's not a great scene for that. We have like 2 sit-down restaurants in the whole city and 2 grocery stores. That's it. We have a few quick service like Cafe Rio, and then of course a few fast food restaurants around, Wendy's, Arby's, McDonald's of course. And then if you go a little further, you can get to like Lost Texan barbecue is really yummy. So there are a few around, but just not a ton, and not a ton of great options. However, further out west by the freeway, they are about to put in a Target and a few more shopping options out there. You know, Target usually attracts some good restaurants and such. So it is growing, it is getting better. So something to consider there. But you do need to go into Ogden, Riverdale, or even down to Layton to get the really good shopping and dining options. We go to Riverdale very frequently. They have a Trader Joe's down there and lots of good restaurants. Okay, and then winters. Winters here in North Ogden, especially if you are further up the bench, can get gnarly. This last winter we didn't really get a winter, but a few years ago we had snowmageddon. I mean, we had like 300% of normal that year, of normal snowfall. It was insanity. My front yard had like 6 or 7 feet of snow from the snowblower piling it up. It was wild. And so yeah, if you're here on the bench of good old Ben Lomond Peak right there in the background, winters can get rough. So something to be aware of. If you're not okay driving in snow, Ogden, North Ogden may not be the best place for you. You might want to go further out west into the valley. Plain City, far west are great communities and neighborhoods, and they do not have near as severe of winters as we do here in North Ogden and Pleasant View on the bench. So definitely a key consideration there. Also, here in North Ogden, we have a bit of a longer commute to Salt Lake City. It's about 45 minutes to an hour without traffic. If you're going during rush hour in the morning or in the afternoon, it can be up to an hour and a half plus, depending on what's going on. If you've got an accident or whatever may be happening that's backing up traffic, it can get a little gnarly. And then as well, the value here is still better than Salt Lake City and south of Salt Lake City. Our prices are lower, however, they have gone up a lot in the last 5 years. So our value is not as good as it used to be. It is still better than Salt Lake County. And then we are growing a lot. There's a ton of apartment buildings being built, a lot of high density housing being built, as well as single family homes being built. Those growing pains are creating a lot more traffic in the area. So that is something to consider, that we are going through some growing pains there. This year we also have water restrictions because we didn't get a winter. It was terrible. It was dry, it was warm. And we rely on the snow to fill our reservoirs and our wells. And so that's definitely something to consider, is the growing pains going on. So again, if you're looking for a place that's walkable, has a good nightlife, North Ogden is not your city. It's not where you want to be. If you're looking for a place that doesn't have crazy winters and a lot of snow, North Ogden Bench, probably not the place for you either. Also, if you're looking for a place that has a quick access for a commute to Salt Lake City, if that's where you're working, North Ogden may not be the best. So just some things to be aware of there if you're thinking about moving to North Ogden, Utah. Okay, and then just get my deal here. Those it is good for. So if you want a family-focused community, if you want a safe neighborhood, if you want excellent outdoor lifestyle, if you want great tight-knit community with great community events, if you do remote work, you don't have to worry about commuting down to Salt Lake or elsewhere, North Ogden could be excellent for you. And also if you're looking to escape the higher costs of one of these surrounding states that are very expensive to live in, North Ogden is a great place to be. Our cost of living is not near as expensive as some other states in the Union. I kind of think we're a bit in the median there. There's other states that are quite a bit more expensive than us. And there are cheaper states as well. So definitely some things to think about there. Now, if you're looking for some help here, a trusted professional is going to go a long way. So I'm a local realtor. I have been for over a decade here in the North Ogden and Ogden area. I live in North Ogden. I love it. We definitely are here for a reason, and we're not going anywhere. So again, if you're looking for some help here, shoot me a call. Let me try that again. Give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. I would be glad to help you.